Alright, so this is a 4K test tonight. I wanted to see what the camera would do if I move it to 4K. I know the camera will work really. I'm looking at my software on the PC back there, if it's capable of reading a 4K video. So anyway, my camera settings on this is I'm just using the stabilizer, I guess, inside of the lens. This is my 70-200. I'm kind of standing a little far back. So what I'm doing tonight is that battery that I spoke of earlier that runs only the electronics. I tested it, and it has a cell that's, well, just only 2 cells, but one of the cells is weak. And this is why it's really, really important to do a pre-flight on these things, especially this one has been sitting in that room there probably I would say probably for about 6 or 8 months, maybe even a year since the last time I've flown. And the battery then was good, but just to show you that things can change, the battery went out while it was sitting there. It just went defective. It wasn't charged. I had left it in a storage state, but I think that Lifey was probably about 3 years old. So it had actually probably had come to its life on charges. I don't know how many times I've charged that battery, but there is a finite life on those batteries. So anyway, this is the helicopter in its repair mode on its side. And I am going to go back in the room, and I don't know, this looks a little shaky to me, guys. I may have to turn that digital stabilizer back on. But anyway, that battery is what I'm going to change out. I just need to put new ends on it. There's no connector on it. That's the connector that will go on there with the wires. So you can see on there, right there, that the red wire has a black heat shrink on it. There's a black wire there, you just can't see it, but it has a heat shrink on it. Well, so I'll just extend that out and solder the two together and extend it out to where it will be much easier for me to connect the battery for the electronics, because the old battery had a very, very sharp lead. The lead on it was very sharp for the supply. I'm not going to make that mistake again. So also, now that I've got it upside down, you can see there is that's the regulator. So basically I can put probably about a 3-cell pack on there, and it will reduce the voltage down to a safe level for the receiver and the electronics to operate. So that's part of my separate power supply to run the electronics on here. Also inside of that hole right there, that is a Castle Creation, probably about a 200 amp electronic speed controller. So basically that red battery that I've been speaking of, this red battery that runs the motor, it plugs into that speed controller, and from the speed controller actually has a 3-pin connector that goes to the receiver to receive the data, the throttle information, and obviously the thick wires, the 3 wires that you see right there. Those are the wires. Yeah, those are the wires that's actually going to the motor from the speed controller. Alright, so that is it for tonight. I'm going to take this back in the room and let's download it and see what it looks like. This is shot in 4K. Alright.